Hello, welcome to another video where I kick the tyres on the vehicle that is Bing Chat, and hopefully the wheels stay on. So it's time to get serious. Can't have too many frivolous videos about this. And so I've been, I suppose through a discovery of a podcast, I've been reintroduced to concepts within humanist psychology and concepts like self-actualization, particularly drawn from the work of Abraham Maslow. So I thought it would be a good challenge to get Bing Chat to come up with a story about a conversation on a pressing humanist psychology matter between Abraham Maslow and one of his contemporaries. So I think one of the most pressing matters probably in humanist psychology is thoughts on Marmite crisps. So that's where we're going to start and see what happens. Oh, Kurt Lewin. So it would be interesting to see what their humanist psychology approach is to the thorny issue of Marmite crisps and whether they love or hate them and how that fits in. Here we go. Oh, it's quite a nice short story here, so I'm going to read this out. Abraham Maslow was sitting in his office at Brandeis University, working on his theory of human motivation. He heard a knock on the door and looked up to see his colleague and friend Kurt Lewin standing in the doorway. "Hello, Kurt. Come in. What brings you here?" Maslow asked. "Hello, Abe. That's very informal. I just wanted to chat with you for a bit. Do you have some time?" Lewin said. Sure, I'm always happy to talk to you. Have a seat." Maslow gestured to a chair and put down his pen. Thank you, Lewin sat down and took a small bag from his pocket. "Do you want some?" He offered the bag to Maslow. "What is it?" Maslow asked curiously. "Marmite crisps. They're a new snack from England. I got them from a friend who visited London recently. They're quite good actually," Lewin said. "Marmite crisps? What's Marmite?" Maslow asked. "It's a yeast extract spread. It has a strong salty flavour. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's very popular in Britain," Lewin explained. "I see, and they made crisps out of it," Maslow said. "Yes, they did. They're crunchy and savoury. Here, try one." Lewin handed the bag to Maslow. Maslow took the bag and looked inside. He saw thin slices of potato coated with a dark brown substance. He hesitated for a moment, then picked up one and put it in his mouth. He immediately regretted it. He felt a sharp, bitter taste that made him grimace. He tried to swallow it, but it stuck to his tongue and teeth. He reached for a glass of water and gulped it down. "Ugh, that's awful," he exclaimed. Lewin chuckled. "You don't like it?" "No, I don't. How can you eat this?" Maslow said. "I like it. It's an acquired taste." "I suppose," Lewin said. "Acquired taste? More like torture, or more like acquired torture," Maslow said. Lewin laughed again. "Come on, Abe, don't be so dramatic. It's not that bad." "It is that bad. It's worse than bad. It's the worst thing I've ever tasted," Maslow said. "Really? Worse than anything?" Lewin asked. "Yes, worse than anything," Maslow said. "Worse than liver?" Lewin asked. "Yes, worse than liver," Maslow said. "Worse than spinach?" Lewin asked. "Yes, worse than spinach," Maslow said. "Worse than, what else do you hate?" Lewin asked. "I don't know, worse than... Maslow tried to think of something that hated more than Marmite crisps. "Worse than Freud?" Lewin suggested. Maslow paused. He thought about Freud and his theories of psychoanalysis, he thought about how Freud reduced human behaviour to unconscious drives and instincts. He thought about how Freud ignored the positive aspects of human nature and focused on the negative ones. He thought about how Freud clashed with him and other humanistic psychologists over the different views of psychology. He looked at Lewin and smiled. "Okay, maybe not worse than Freud," he admitted. Lewin smiled back. "I thought so," he laughed. "I thought so," he said. They both laughed and continued their conversation about psychology, motivation, and Marmite crisps. So the only thing I think to finish this story off is to try and get chat to draw a picture. So if we do draw a picture of the above, conversation. I've got draw a picture. There we go. Draw a picture. I don't have my typing glasses on. It doesn't really look much like I imagined Maslow and who was the other fella? Lewin to look like. Maybe I need to be more specific with this. So draw a picture. Sometimes it's good at doing the story, relating the story. Other times it just draws any picture that's roughly related, in this case, to a conversation. Draw a picture of Maslow and Lewin eating Marmite crisps. Let's see what happens now. Lucky it's not too complicated. Anybody that's used this a lot will know that sometimes it says it's going to get back to you and you get a nice message. Okay, and there we have it. So there's Dali's interpretation of Maslow and Lewin eating Marmite crisps. It's a bit difficult to see the expression on some of them. Maybe I should change the artist. So, can you do this picture in the style of Monet, maybe? I don't know why I picked Monet specifically. Although I did buy my mum a really nice one of those small Taschen art books on Monet. Oh dear, I think the crisps have gone. Oh, maybe that's crisps in the background there. And both Maslow and Lewin are now these. Oh, I could add some water lilies. I don't know if I want to make it more impressionistic. What about in the style of Banksy? Let's see. It's asking me if I want to add a political message. Because it depends what... Oh dear. No, no, no. That's not good. I don't see any Marmite crisps. It's obviously lost the thread here. I also don't see Maslow and Lewin actually. Or Maslow and Lewin, for that matter. Okay, it's very apologetic. So draw Maslow and Lewin eating. It's important we get the crisps right. Can't be any old crisps. In the style of Banksy. I suppose I could have said on a brick wall as well. That might have been a good thing. Oh, I missed my L there. In the style of Banksy. Oh, very good. There we go. I think that's pretty, that's, I think that captures that particular moment in history. Clearly here, someone's not really enjoying their Marmite crisps. I will ask it to make it more graffiti-like. I think I'll leave out the political messages for the moment. I don't think politics really belong in Marmite myself, but some people might differ on that opinion. Oh dear God. Well, it is asking me if I want to make it. I look like it's on a wall, so let's double down on this. Oh dear me. Oh no. I think, yeah, the things have definitely gone very wonky now. So I think I'll leave it at that for the moment. So hopefully that's cleared up a few questions you have within the domain of humanist psychology. And yeah, any further questions on the matter of humanist psychology and its relation to Marmite crisps, you can put in the comment section for the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now, and I'll catch you in the next serious video.